up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's doing well. My name is Nana, and if you're new to this channel, you are very much welcome. To my old subscribers, thank you so much guys for sticking around. Today I'm going to be talking about renting in London. I am currently doing a series of videos in living in London, in terms of living in London. So I did a video on how to find a place or an area to rent in London. So if you want more information on that, you can check out my previous video. However, today we're going to be talking about renting in London. I'm going to be taking you guys through the process of signing contracts, paying deposits, as well as moving in. So stay tuned and let's get started. So now that you've seen the area that you like, you've obviously contacted the estate agent, and then you need to go and view the place. So there's quite a number of things that you need to check when you are going to view the place. I know some things seem like it's small things, we take them for granted, but they are very important, guys, like highly important. So when you get to the place, you're obviously doing your viewing, you're viewing the place, you see if you like it or not. There's quite a number of things that you need to check. Firstly, you need to check if the water is running properly. Just open the taps, check the water, check if there's cold water, there's warm water. And also when you're checking warm water, just don't open it and close it immediately. Open it and let it run for a few minutes and then see if the water is still warm. You also have to check the floors, if there's no scratches. You have to check the walls, if there's no marks on the walls. The stove, is it working properly? You have to check all those minor things. And if it comes with furniture, like for example, if it comes with a fridge, you need to open the fridge and check if is it cold enough. You know, you need to check all those things because those things are going to be on the contract that you are going to be signing. So it's important for you to know and to see. Sometimes you have to even take pictures because wow. So as I was saying, guys, those minor checks are highly important. Like, they are important. You have to check all those things because you don't want to come into a place and just see if does it look nice. Yes, it does look nice. Does it have a nice view? Yes, it does have a nice view. But are the plugs working? You have to know that because those are your daily use. Those are things that you're going to be using every day. So it's important for you guys to check everything, especially the minor things, the things that we take for granted. Water, plugs, you know, walls, the doors, are they closing properly? The heating system, is it warm enough? So you need to check all those things, especially because it's cold in London. When it's cold, it's cold. So yeah. And then after that, you obviously take a decision that you're going to take the place, and then you come to an agreement with your agent. So you have to pay something called a holding deposit. A holding deposit means that the agent will now take the property out of the market, which means no one else will come to view the place because now you're on the process of signing the contract. I paid a holding deposit of about £300. So I guess it also depends on how much the rent is going to be. I'm really not sure, guys, but you need to have cash because you have to pay a holding deposit. And also after you've paid the deposit, because they promise that they're going to take the place out of the market, so it shouldn't be on their website because right now you're in the process of signing the contract. So just go on the website and check, is it still there? Are they still advertising it? And then you can just contact them and ask them, what's the agreement? What's the way forward? Why are you guys still advertising the place? Because now you've paid a holding deposit, which means now you're in the process of signing the contract and you're taking the place. So those are one of the most important things to follow up on, to check, and to make sure that you guys have a mutual understanding. So now that you've paid your holding deposit, they will send you a form that you need to fill in, and in the midst of that, they will also ask you for documentations that they need to do credit checks. And then they will also send you emails. There will be just emails going back and forth. You just need to read your emails properly. And then on the form, also just make sure that you read everything, because they will say that if you don't fill in the form and submit it within 48 hours, you will forfeit your holding deposit, and they will put the property back on the market. So you don't want to miss that. It's very important. Imagine losing your holding deposit and not having a place to rent and having to start afresh. So those are things that you need to look at. It's small details, but you have to make sure that you read everything properly. So guys, here's a list of things that they will need from you. They will need your passport. They will need your visa, depending on which country you're coming from. They will need your bank statements, and then they will need a letter of employment if you're coming here to work. And I suppose if you're coming here to study, they'll probably need a letter of acceptance that comes from whatever institution that you have applied for, as well as the proof of address, your previous address, where you're coming from. So they need those things. Those are important things. You need to make copies of that before you even leave your country, so that you have that. You can even scan them, I think so, and have them as soft copies, so that when they need them, you can just email to them. So after signing the contract, they will run a credit check on you, and then you might get calls from external companies asking you for your life, like, can you please sell your kidneys? Can we please have... I'm kidding. I'm kidding, guys. They'll be just asking you general, basic, standard credit questions, things about your life, and yeah, questions that you have answers to, like, do you own properties where you come from? All those things. Do you have a bank account with this bank and whatnot? So it's not something out of the world. Okay guys, signing the contract, just like any other contract, you have to read everything, period. Like, read every word. Make sure that you understand everything that's written on that contract. Even if it's like 4 pages, make sure that you take 2 hours to read the whole contract. Take breaks in between, drink water, make coffee, get fresh air, but read everything. Make sure that you understand and you agree with everything written on the contract, because sometimes they write like small simple things that are unfair. I feel like they are unfair. For example, with me, they said that I must get professional cleaners to clean the house when I move out, and I was like, no man, I don't find the house in a proper condition. It wasn't properly cleaned, so why would I now have to have a third party cleaning the house? And now you have to submit the receipt to them that, oh, here's a receipt that a professional cleaner cleaned the house. So I was just like, no, I'm not going to do that. You guys have to remove it from the contract. And they said to me, no, it's a standard contract. Every state agent has a contract like this. So if you are paying deposit, you can't be signing things that are standard. It has to be as per your agreement with the agent. So also, I've said this so many times, guys, you have to take pictures of everything. Take pictures of everything and make sure you send them to them, and then you send an email. Everything you communicate about, make sure that you put it on email, and the person that you're sending the email to replies, So it's very important that you pay attention to everything until the end. Like, you have to pay attention. Otherwise, these people will just make quick bucks out of you. Okay, so now that you're done signing the contract and you're done with this credit checks and everything, they will give you a date that you will be moving in, and then on the day that you're moving in, they will send someone with the keys, and that person will take you through the whole house. They'll be checking the cupboards, if the doors are working. They'll be checking the walls are clean, there's no marks on the walls, the taps are working, the door handles are working. They'll be checking all of those things with you. Just remember to make sure that you guys agree on everything, and also take pictures. It's very important for you to take pictures, because after that, they will send you a report with everything, telling you that, okay, the doors are working as per our check together, the water is running properly, there's no marks on the walls, and what. So you have to make sure that you guys agree and you are in mutual understanding when it comes to the report. And lastly, guys, you need to be clear with the managing agent as to when will you be paying your rent, what date of the month will you be paying your rent, because that's going to be on your contract, energy and electricity, as well as how to pay council tax and water, because those are your 4 monthly expenses. It's rent, energy and electricity, council tax, and water. So it's important for you to know when are you going to pay that, and if there's also external providers for that, and then you need to know if you have to pay directly to the providers and whatnot. So that's very important that you know all of that, and you know which date of the month you will be paying your rent. Other than that, guys, my video will be ending here today, and I hope I've covered everything that you might need to know when it comes to renting in London. And if you have anything to say, any opinions, any suggestions, any comments, leave them on the comment section below. I really appreciate that. Until next time, I'm out of here.